Well, hey y'all, and welcome back to another reaction video.
And support a black-owned business.
I run my city from the west side, big to best, I do a die to shy. Wayne, Louisiana, Dr. Dre to Los Angeles, this is it, bitch, Michael Misfit, high die, a legend and moonwalk, sliding across the stage in 87, this that Tupac out the window, both hands throwing up that middle finger, fuck them other niggas, ratchet bitches, and my demons, yeah, I'm queening.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another reaction video. You already know it is I am she is me, and I am her, Natalie Love, here to give you your dose of comedic commentary for these reaction videos. Shout out again to the Love family for sending them in to me, all right? So, this is when those jobs goes wrong, and I'm telling you the name of the video now. Why? Because after I tell you a couple more things, we may or may not be friends no more. At least on your end, bitch. I'm cool with you. You may not be cool with me, but let me explain to you why. I curse, I cuss, as I do all the goddamn things, all right? This is a reaction video. There's going to be constant chatter, talking, and frequent pauses whenever I see fit. If you have an issue with that and you've already subscribed, allow me to let you know that you can
unfollow me.
All right, so if you can still hear my voice, that means you are okay with it, and I should not get a synopsis of it in my motherfucking comments. We shouldn't have to bring it up and talk about it again, amen. So with all that being said, you thought I was done. No, I'm not. Make sure you like. Why? Because it helps us grow. Make sure you comment, because it lets everybody know in the Love Gang that you have subscribed. Make sure you do all of those things, huh? Since you okay with what's going on over here. My A1, my day ones, my brethren, my deaconess, my motherboard, my first, second, third generation cousins. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit like on the video now. Tell a friend that Natalie Love is in with the reaction videos, okay? Quick church announcements. You already know. Roll it. What the fuck is up, Love family? As y'all already know, this is your girl, Natalie Love. And yes, I've been gone for a minute, but bitch, I'm back with the jump off. Not only that, bitch, I'm back with motherfucking merch, okay? Y'all love Teeny so much, I got her on the shirt. Y'all love being from the New Revival Tree of Life Institutional Double Rock on the side of the road Missionary Baptist Church of Mount Calvary. Bitch, I got a shirt for that. Dude, the Lord allowed cussing. Wow. Okay, fuck it. But I got shirts. Y'all make sure to get off your ass, or stay on your ass, just stay on your phone and go to that website and look up some shit about me and get a shirt. Make sure you head over to thenatalielove.com to purchase your shirt so you can put that bitch on while you watching these videos, or while you over on the Patreon watching the smoke sessions. Put them motherfuckers on, okay? Send a picture to me so you can be on the motherfucking intro. All right, I appreciate y'all for your support, whether it be a like, a view, a comment, what the fuck ever. I appreciate your engagement, baby. Thank you so much. Last but not least, I will be in Houston, Texas, April the 9th for the 6th annual Trouble Movement Gala, the fundraising gala. All right, so y'all already know what's up. If you can't meet me there or beat me there, you can definitely get online and see me there by purchasing your ticket at eventbrite.com. Drop down below and you can click on the link in the description if you don't feel like typing it in from the flyer that you're looking at with your two eyes at this very moment. That's okay. You being lazy. I can dig it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. But if you do want to just donate to the movement, you can absolutely do that as well. And again, shout out to the Trouble Movement for selecting us at the Love family as special guests. All right. So I'm not going to hold you too much longer. I'm going to make sure we record and we're going to get right into this video.
Number 8. Lord Dianne Fernandes. In May of 2021, a Brazilian woman opened up to the...
If y'all ain't ever seen nothing but trouble, when Dan Aykroyd pulls his motherfucking nose off and it's actually a dick, nothing but trouble. Thank me later.
Media about how a botched plastic surgery that was originally meant to correct a birth defect had left her with a nose double in size. As a child, 42-year-old Lord Dianne Fernandes from Alagoas suffered from hemangiomas, groups of small vessels that formed lumps under the skin in her eyes, scalp, and nose. Fernandes suffered from constant seizures and nosebleeds that placed her in and out of hospitals on a regular basis until she was diagnosed in her teens. She then had several surgeries, including one to remove the hemangiomas from her nose. Unfortunately, after the procedure, the tissue became infected and part of her nose collapsed, severely impairing her breathing. Surgeons repaired it by grafting skin from the inside.
Okay, so So that wasn't from surgery. That was from something she was actually born with. Because it grows in her hair, eyes, and different places. So, I'm lost.
Side of Fernandez's cheek, which helped her with the breathing, but also permanently left her with a bulbous nose that was double in size. Even in her early 40s, Fernandes revealed that she continued being bullied for her appearance. By then, however, she claimed to have learned how to deal with the negative attention and was grateful for her health. Number 7. Shari Macon.
My dark humor will not allow me to keep this in. Masks were a good thing for some people. It was a godsend.
After a botched nose job, which she'd undergone in November of 2017, a beauty vlogger resorted to using leeches to mend the damage. After being insecure about her nose since her teenage years, Shari Macon opted for surgery instead of a party on her 40th birthday.
What was wrong with it?
In April of 2017 and was reportedly satisfied with the operation, for which she'd paid over $19,000. Her surgeon then convinced her to have revision on the tip of her nose. In November of that same year, it was after the second procedure that she experienced a lack of blood circulation, resulting in a discolored and massively swollen nose tip. The beauty professional fruitlessly tried to conceal the deformity that, as she put it, had left her looking like the toucan on the Fruit Loops cereal box.
That's
Macon,
a good comparison.
who reportedly used to advise Oprah and Goldie Hawn on their makeup routines, no longer felt confident to film her videos. After a few weeks,
I can see you telling
Los
Goldie.
Angeles-based surgeon Donald Yu for a corrective procedure, but was told that another rhinoplasty would potentially cause more harm. Yu proposed leech therapy instead. Macon was skeptical at first, but ultimately agreed to see a leech specialist. Once the worms were on her face, she became more relaxed and even amused by the procedure. Macon saw major improvements after only a few sessions, as the leeches had increased circulation by sucking out the bad blood and releasing a coagulant. In the aftermath, she scheduled a rhinoplasty with Yu.
I could have swore they told her that she probably shouldn't have had another rhinoplasty. So you out here playing with fucking leeches.
Number 6. Victoria and Leah Parker. By 2016, British sisters Victoria
I
and
can
Leah
tell by
Parker,
this
aged
eyeshadow.
36 and 30,
You're not happy with a lot of
respectively,
shit.
spent close to $30,000 on plastic surgery in a relentless pursuit of self-improvement that had started more than a decade prior, when both of them had gotten botched rhinoplasty procedures. They decided on the surgery as a self-confidence boost after years of being taunted for their noses, with some of the crueler remarks reportedly calling them beaky. Victoria from Lymington, Hampshire.
This
first
one
went
does
under
look
the
like a
knife
Barbie
in
doll
December of
ass.
2004, and recommended
It does
the
look like a
same
Barbie
surgeon
doll
to her
butt.
sister, who had her procedure the following year. Around the same time, in 2005, Victoria took the clinic up on its offer of free revision surgery and had a second nose procedure to remove a bump she claimed had been missed on the first. Both women would be greatly disappointed by the results. Victoria developed non-allergic rhinitis and further breathing issues from an intermittently blocked nostril. Leah was left with a crooked nose, uneven nostrils, and a bulbous lump of cartilage at the tip. The sisters felt that their noses looked worse than before and reported that they began having more plastic surgery as a way of softening the blow to their self-confidence. In the years that followed, the enhancements came to include acid peels, breast augmentation, orthodontic treatment, laser hair removal, fillers, and semi-permanent eyebrows. The plastic surgery took a toll on their finances, and according to the latest updates, the Parker sisters were saving money for reconstructive surgery on their noses. Number 5. Laura Avia.
You took yourself through all that to still not like yourself?
In October of 2018, a Dallas real estate agent died after a rhinoplasty which she'd had at a clinic in Mexico went horribly wrong. 36-year-old Laura Avia opted for the Rhino Clinic in Juarez, where the procedure was less than a third of what she would have paid in the US. Her fiancé,
probably should
Enrique
have.
Cruz, traveled with Avia and was by her side before surgery began. Complications developed almost immediately. As the anesthesia was administered via the woman's spine, it traveled to her brain instead of spreading throughout her body, and she went into cardiac arrest. Surgeons were forced to medically induce a coma to prevent further deterioration to her brain. Staff initially didn't let Cruz see his fiancée and told him they couldn't continue the surgery because her blood pressure had dramatically dropped. Avia was held at the Juarez facility for 4 days. Her family traveled to see her during this time, and according to Avia's sister, they were nearly held hostage by the clinic when they'd refused to pay the full amount for the botched surgery. The woman was eventually transferred to a university hospital in El Paso, where doctors confirmed that she'd suffered critical brain damage. Her family subsequently made the decision to take her off life support and stated an intention of suing the Rhino Clinic.
Fucking intention, that's happening.
Anastasia Balinskaya. In 2021, a Belarusian Instagram influencer and former reality TV star shared with her followers a 5-year-long struggle with a failed rhinoplasty that had left her nose rotting from the inside out. According to Anastasia Balinskaya, who'd at one point starred in the House 2 reality show, her nose had swollen before the tissue started decaying, following a reaction to an implant. Desperate to correct the issue, 29-year-old Balinskaya underwent several more procedures, but each had left her in a worse situation than the last. The final surgery split her bone, and the bridge of her nose looked like, as Balinskaya put it, she'd been beaten in the ring. She suffered from breathing difficulties and no longer concerned with the aesthetics, only hoped that the functionality of her nose would be restored.
Comes back.
The influencer pleaded with her followers to help fund in further treatment, claiming that she could no longer afford it and wasn't able to get a loan in her native Belarus. Balinskaya reported that doctors had told her she only had a few months before her nose rotted away entirely. Number 3. Vincenzo Zurlo. After receiving Botox injections at the Millennium Anti-Aging and Surgery Center in Doral, Florida, Vincenzo Zurlo decided to have rhinoplasty as well on February the 15th of 2020. The procedure was carried out by 56-year-old Alcalira Jimenez de Rodriguez.
I don't trust
Zurlo
him.
woke up in the middle of the surgery and even began asking Jimenez de Rodriguez how it was going, a moment that he'd look back upon and reference as, "I saw her face as she was ruining my life." He was disappointed and in pain as his nose had failed to heal properly, leading to a second operation with Jimenez de Rodriguez in May of that same year, which was also unsuccessful. After the 2 operations, which had cost him a combined $2,800, Zurlo was left disfigured with a lump near the tip of his nose. He became suspicious about the woman's credentials when Jimenez de Rodriguez prescribed him antibiotics and painkillers under a different doctor's name. Zurlo asked for her insurance information and a medical license number, eventually contacting the authorities when she failed to provide the documentation. The authorities in Florida's health department began investigating Jimenez de Rodriguez, and an undercover agent was sent to the clinic.
If you are going to consider these fucking surgeries, do all of that research in the beginning. If I see a different doctor's name on my motherfucking prescriptions, any of them, I'm not waiting until after you do the surgery and hopefully you gonna do right. I'm not seeing that doctor. So that doctor can't prescribe me shit. And if that doctor ain't you, you ain't prescribing me shit either. Don't be so excited about that yes that you are afraid to hear a no before the next no that you hear be your last one. Can you save me or can you save it? No. Do all of that research beforehand.
Posing as a client, they learned that she wasn't a real doctor, and the police arrested her at the fraudulent clinic as she was in the middle of performing surgery on another patient. She was charged with practicing medicine without a license, with the authorities considering elevating the charge to a second-degree felony, given the disfigurement that Zurlo had experienced. In the aftermath, he was forced to find another surgeon to repair the damage Jimenez de Rodriguez had inflicted upon him. Today's topic was requested by Maria Day and Sunny Italiano. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Number 2, Catherine Rowan. In a 2019 interview with the BBC, Scottish woman Catherine Rowan revealed the ordeal she'd gone through after a botched rhinoplasty. 41-year-old Rowan had chosen the Transform
Now, if that's how she looked before, I can understand.
A plastic surgery industry leader in the UK, and opted for Italian surgeon Antonio Ottaviani. Rowan was disappointed by the initial result and, over the course of 4 years, had 3 more revision surgeries with Ottaviani, who'd promised to shape her nose into the one she'd always wanted. Upon removing her cast, after the 4th and last of the procedures, Rowan's nose was in a worse condition than ever. It was squint, a skin fold was hanging down to the side, and there were additional problems with the tip. By that time, Ottaviani, a fly-in, fly-out surgeon, had returned to Italy. He offered to fix the nose upon being sent pictures of the shape in which it was, but Rowan had lost confidence in him and opted for a surgeon in England, with Transform agreeing to cover the surgery and expenses. Upon reviewing her case, the specialist would compare her damaged nose to that of a car crash victim. In the painful reconstruction, the surgeon used part of Rowan's rib and liquid from her scalp. 5 years after the initial botched procedure, the woman's nose was fixed. She sued Ottaviani, and an expert report concluded he'd failed to adequately explain the risks of 3 revision surgeries to her. Rowan won the medical negligence action in court.
It's surgery. It is a risk.
£100,000. According to updates on the matter, she'd only received 1% of that sum, while Ottaviani reportedly continued to fly in and work at private clinics in the UK. Number 1. Mariella. On E! Entertainment's show Botched in 2019, a woman sought to have corrective surgery for a rhinoplasty that had been not only executed poorly but also unwanted. The 41-year-old, who only identified herself as Mariella, had opted for liposuction while visiting family in Peru. She went in for an appointment with a well-known local doctor who told her that he could perform the surgery the very next day. Mariella, then 19 years old, had only asked,
"Baby, unless I know your work, I don't want you to be able to do my hair the very next day. I love a stylist that's booked. I love a pedicure person that, oh, well, if the latest I got, because I got people all day." Okay. Somebody is doing you a favor by doing you a nose job. You have to have more questions than that. I know it'd be exciting, but waking up is exciting too.
asked for slight liposuction on her stomach. However, she woke up with bandages on her face and a new nose. She'd never wanted the procedure, but the doctor told
She went in for liposuction on her stomach and woke up with bandages on her face. So you just did that shit. Baby, I will be suing his mama, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, his siblings. I will be suing his grandparents. I will be suing his nieces. Anything that is attached to you. Baby, I want money from all y'all. Because you had to get that personality from your mama and that attitude from your motherfucking daddy. What possessed you to think that that shit was okay? I need all of it.
Told Mariella he'd done her a favor. She never saw him again after the operation. Worse still, upon removing the bandages, Mariella saw that the nose of which she'd once been happy was badly damaged. Her nasal passages were severely inflated, and her nostrils were almost entirely closed off.
Because, like, why would you do that to me?
To trust another surgeon to fix the damage.
Because why would you do that to me? What the fuck did I do to you? Oh my God. Well, y'all already know. We on to the next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.